I don't love it. Okay. Yo, yo, yo. As you can see, there is no suit man right here.
How we doing?
So
How we doing? How we doing?
I know
Hey
how we doing, how we
guys.
doing. That's our best impression of Dante we can give this morning. Welcome to another episode of Autastic Artist. And today with me is my co-host, as always, the potato chip enthusiast, Jane Jera. Woo!
Yes. It's Pride Month, you guys.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're here. We're queer. We're ready to party. Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know, Jane Jera is a proud, if I'm allowed to say it, bisexual,
Absolutely.
gender fluid. I am also a proud bisexual, so we are celebrating Pride this month for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Also, I am Sunshine Audra because I always try to wake up with a positive attitude. uh, and today is going to be like one of my most favorite shows. Okay, so not to like discount anybody else because they've all been my favorite, but I have been following this person, this human, since the start of their career, which was a cookbook, a young chef, inspiring mind who happens to be autistic as well, but had this unique palette and creative flavors and put out a book at such a young age. And I thought, how awesome is that? So I started following him, and here we are years later. He's on my podcast and my show.
Yes.
And I thought,
Oh,
oh my gosh. And he's now he's a full grown adult. And not only does he have a book, he's doing many, many other things. And I certainly want to hear all about that. So let's welcome Mr. Chase Bailey.
hello.
Yay. So tell me on this wonderful morning. Well, it's actually I think it's close to afternoon for you, but uh what do you have going on today? What is going on in your life now?
Well, quite a few things. I've actually been taking up of some like on some like some acting stuff. So I've been doing a lot of like so really I've been doing like a lot more new experiences.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
saw that you have been, not only did you have you had the cookbook and everything, but I saw that you were
Uh,
delving into the acting world and producing world. And I don't know if anyone else out there knows, but he is also now on TikTok. And I have been watching your TikTok videos, and they are amusing and creative and hilarious. And where do you get these ideas for your TikTok?
really. Um really just like some of it's just like it just on the head, I like to get creative with like TikTok because it's like it can be like you can make like funny skits, and the best part is you can even like reenact those like those scenes and then make it your own, which I really love about.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, so like I said, I think there's a super great Jay Jerry, you're super quiet over there.
I'm just so excited. It's really cool to have like a creator. It's also cool to not be the youngest one on the show. Yeah, I recently joined TikTok a few days ago. I love it. It is so much fun. Um, so question for you. Um, what kind of acting roles are you doing? Are you doing feature films, indie films, TV shows, or what?
I'm still like I'm still on that path, none special, but like I do like would like to do like feature films, TVs, indie films, and all that. I you know what I actually did do have a I do have a had a gig that
Whee!
yep, I do have a gig, I do have a role, but for the production's sake, is gonna be kept a secret because I don't want to like
Yeah, it's an NDA.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I do have, so I guess that brings up a good point with autistic people and auditioning.
Hmm.
and going for roles, how does it help you? Do you feel like it hinders you? Is it a struggle? How do you see being autistic versus going to, I guess auditions and being an actor?
I actually find it like pretty helpful with like with my speech, because when you're reading the script, it kind of helps you like how to say it, how to respond, and like in like different ways of saying it, so I find that very, very helpful for me.
That's what I've always thought, is that because you
Right.
have the script, and for me in life, it's always been, I have to have a script for everything. Even when I come on this show, as much as I do this and I love this, I have to have a script at least a little bit for everything. And I just recently started getting into comedy myself, like stand-up comedy, and I
Oh,
actually find it yeah, Jane Jarrett, she's like, yeah. I find it actually very easy because the scripting is already there.
exactly.
Yeah, the echolalia is already there. It's perseverating. It's actually been a great thing.
Hmm.
I think the only thing that's bothered me is that I've had a thing with rejection.
Hmm.
I don't live in a world of delusion like some people do. I take it very sensitive. I'm very sensitive.
Oh,
So I don't know, how are you dealing with, the fact, have you had much rejection out there?
oh, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Some people, a while ago, I applied for one, and they reached out to me like, hey, we're really interested. And they sent me like, they sent me like a script so I can do like an audition, like a video audition, send it to them. I did all that stuff, and they keep saying I'm still interested. I ain't never heard a confirmation as of today.
Yeah, that's
Oh no,
no,
yeah.
they don't like flat out tell you you didn't. It's like, we'll get back to you.
Exactly. And then just like 7 months later,
Ghosted.
uh, no.
No, and then,
Where are you?
yeah.
Exactly.
And then you have this agent. We were talking about this in my comedy class, acting class, that you had this agent, and they're like, oh, they just went a different way for the part, but they never actually tell you what happened. And like you said, they just ghost you.
Yeah. They don't want to be like, oh, we didn't pick you, but we picked somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I just never heard anything from them. So I don't know if they did. They most likely did, but hey, I'm not frowning. It's gonna happen like those again. So, you know, can't look down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you just got to keep going.
Hmm.
How was it for you? So you started your career in cooking, culinary arts. So what got you into cooking? What was your passion there?
It's actually pretty funny. A while ago, I still remember to this day. I was actually like watching like on demand like a while ago with my grandfather, and then and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just check out like some cooking shows because hey, that's new. And then I found this one show. Have you ever heard this one show called Eat Street on Cooking Channel?
Easter. Yes, I have.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so what really got me was watching all of those, food truck stuff from all over the world. I,
Yes, I love that.
yeah, that's like my favorite show. Because and then what really got me was like a lot of people like I saw them actually enjoying it because when I was young I had like severe food aversions. So when I
Yeah.
saw everyone enjoying it, I was like, huh, you know what? This is like food actually not might not be so bad. So I obviously like progress slowly into deciding what I want to do. So and then I think I was like around 11 or 12 is when I decided, you know what, this I think this is what I want to do.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've and see, it's funny, it's interesting too. I found that my autism actually helps because I cook a little bit too, just because
right.
I have a huge family and I help support as far as the cooking part at home. And it's a science. It's a pattern. And if I can find the pattern, then I know how to cook multiple
Yeah.
meals.
Exactly.
For the audience members that like may or may not know, can you explain what food aversion is?
Oh, good question.
Basically, food aversion is just like you only like certain kind of foods from like a very specific place. Like for me, I remember like like when I was like very young, I would just go to Little Caesars, all the time, like for pizza. And then
Yep.
but like if there was if it's from another pizza place, it's like, no,
Nope.
this place only. If it's like, I don't want to see no Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Exactly.
Can we
I
get
would
sponsored,
like,
please?
Yeah, we need sponsors. Um, so so something else that I was thinking about was so food aversions. My son does banana cream yogurt only
Ooh.
from Oikos. And that's like,
Mhm.
he won't eat anything else. It has to be from the blue cup too. And
Uh,
I'm definitely like that with certain things. So I definitely get it.
yeah.
Dante's awake. He just messaged me. He's like, "Hey guys."
He'll join in when he's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so it's to me that was inspiring as part of the story too with you, was because you
Mhm.
were autistic and I saw my son with these food aversions, but you also branched out at some point and said, you know what,
Right.
I think I'm ready to change and taste. So it actually gave me hope for my son that
Yeah.
maybe he'll branch out eventually.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so and funny enough, he actually has in the past year. So trying new
Oh.
things. So and he's
Yes.
9, so he's right about that age.
Hey.
And so I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, I was very and I ended up buying your book, Chase, because like I said, I was so inspired.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And not only was I inspired by you, but I gotta say, your mom is amazing.
Thank
I don't know if
Shout out to your
anyone,
mom.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
she's done a wonderful job raising you. She's been there for you, and like I said, super supportive. Not like focusing on that label or anything, but just the label of being autistic, but just focusing on, like I said, your passions and actually just letting you be you.
Yeah. That's my mom. She's been there literally since the beginning, and I'm very blessed to have her as my mom.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, look at this. Dante's, I think, messaging us. We're still going to keep going.
Yeah.
He said QQQ plus Q. I don't know what that means.
Q plus 2.
It's all right. It's all right. We got
Figure
this,
it out.
right?
Yeah.
So we're going to interrupt. We're going to go part in this show now. So part of my show is that I like to do this little thing called the lightning round, where I ask
Oh.
neurotypical questions and autistic questions. And I like to just kind of mix them up because I feel like some people don't ask these kind of questions, and I would love if people ask me random questions. So
Same.
yeah. So all right, first question.
Okay.
Would you rather be on a beach or a forest?
Oh, definitely a beach.
Ooh, see, I
Food.
said the same thing. I would rather be on a beach.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's your favorite beach then?
My favorite beach. I don't know if I don't really have a beach specifically. I just love the ocean in general. I love going to waves. I
Oh, okay.
love all that stuff.
So like my favorite beach, because I used to live out on Long Island,
Oh yeah.
was Smith's Point, and I love to go out there. But don't
Awesome.
get me wrong, I like Coney Island too. It's not bad.
I'll
Um,
send you guys a new link so we can do this live.
I would like to just hold on. I mean, okay.
Can you handle that? Yeah. No.
I had a feeling this would happen.
I moved the other day. It just took me forever. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. It's okay if you guys don't want to. Go ahead.
Okay. Um. Hold on. I gotta get my brain refocused again. This is why we have this. So this part I can edit.
Yeah.
That's the magic of TV.
Yeah.
Oh, so because since I got to know you as a younger person and now that you've grown up and I've watched you grow up, what is the best part about being an adult now?
The best part about being an adult?
Yeah.
I would definitely say I have a lot more freedom.
Yep.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been really tough growing up. I mean, maybe you could, ask about or have more insight into this, but was it really tough growing up in the public eye?
Not, not so much. Not so much, really. For me, I almost feel like I was kind of like living normally that, just so happens to be in a public eye. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm still like, being me. And then like, when I'm in the public eye, then it's like, hey, how you like, hey, what's up? Kind of like, you know what I mean?
Oh, see, and I think that's because again, you're so authentic. I think that
Yeah.
comes out and you don't have to change from one persona to the other.
Exactly. Because otherwise, you're just being fake.
Right, exactly. What's your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite. I actually never thought about that, but if I had to say one, I would probably say like a T-Rex, because like they're like,
Yes.
yeah, because like they're pretty much like the OG, like the big boss, like that during the Stone Age, or like the dinosaur.
But their arms are so tiny.
See, I always like the Velociraptor because they're sneaky and
Yeah.
smart and always go in twos.
Uh-huh.
Did you know they have feathers?
Do they really?
Yeah, the Jurassic Park movie was not accurate in that regard, but yeah, they had feathers. Who knew?
How about
Yay
that?
yay for the feathered. So that's even better for me.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I have a huge fear of birds. So
That's fair. Some birds are like really weird.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think chickens like came from T-Rexes.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
Neurotypical question. What is your favorite dish to cook?
Okay. Oh gosh. That I don't even know if I have the answer, because I love all my recipes. I'm trying to think, what is a really good recipe that I love though? Like that I really love enjoying cooking, because you know what? There is this one dish that I enjoy, which is like on the breakfast side. It's called the sweet French breakfast.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is basically kind of like French toast, but like in a grilled cheese form. Like I use brie cheese, and then I use the brioche bread, and then make it like a grilled cheese / French toast, because you're making a grilled cheese, but you're like doing the ways of a French toast, and then you add some syrup to it, powdered sugar. Mwah.
Oh, see, that sounds. See, what you don't realize is that it's almost 8:30 on our side, on our West Coast.
Yeah.
And now I'm like super hungry. My mouth is like literally watering. Um, so another interesting point, what candy best describes you?
What candy best describes me?
Like, yeah.
Um, you know what? I'll probably say Reese's, because Reese's peanut butter cups, that's my favorite candy of all time. Like
Awesome.
like chocolate peanut butter. That's like the greatest combination.
Yes.
Audra, what would your candy be?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna see. This is a hard question. Now, see, they ask me, and now I'm gonna have to think about this one.
Okay.
Um, Probably an M&M because I have this tough outer shell outside, I think, because I can
Right.
come off as pretty feisty, but really on the inside, I'm just this sweet person who
Aw.
just has so many issues.
Yeah. For me, I was
No.
gonna say Skittles because like it's the rainbow. They're sweet.
Mhm.
Oh,
Almond
see?
joy. Almond joy. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yes, that's a good answer.
All right, and our last question, which is more of an older question because I'm part of the older generation. All right, you two youngins, explain, besides doing these kids, explain the point of TikTok to me.
uh, let's see. TikTok is, I guess, is more like it's like you can like do funny skits, like lip sync, but also for TikTok you pretty much do like TikTok dances. I don't know. Have you ever heard like TikTok stars like Charlie D'Amelio, Chase Hudson, any of those people?
The only one I know of is Paige Lyle, and that's because she's the autistic
Hmm.
lady who put out a bunch of the TikTok videos. What about
Uh,
you, Jadira?
So here's a little history lesson for you older folks. So a few years ago, there was an app that unfortunately died. It's called Vine, and
yeah,
people would make really short. I think it was like
like
less
six.
than 60-second content, and it's just like really entertaining, and it allows room for creativity, and
Mm-hmm.
it introduced the usage of sound effects for comedy, and also introduced a lot of cringy content. And then that died and was replaced by an app called Musically, which was like just lip syncing, not really a bunch of other stuff. And that died. And then they brought in TikTok, and people just like took off, and they're like, you know what, we're going to turn this, we're going to capitalize off of this and use it for
Oh.
business. And then corporations were like, what is this TikTok? How do we use this for our financial gain also? And you're still restricted to that like really short 60-second format. And the newer generation is doing an amazing job of using it to spread awareness about mental health
Mm-hmm.
and awareness about terrible things that are happening. Um, and like news that's like true and unbiased, and like fighting racism and fighting homophobia. It's amazing. I'm part of the art community, and we're using it to share our art, which is really nice because other social media platforms, the algorithm just buries your stuff, and it's like, oh, you think you're important? Nope. But with TikTok, it's like, oh, we'll just randomly show your stuff to random people, and everybody will actually see it. Um, and then some people, it's just like for fun and for to like express yourself and stuff. And that's basically the point.
So
Yeah.
if anyone has been watching this show, I just want to point out that's probably the most I have ever heard from Jane Jarrett in one
Other
episode.
than like the whole episode about me.
And I just wanted to let you know that that is why this is about autistic people, because that was a straight up info dump right there.
Yes. That's what I do.
I triggered her passion right there.
Yeah.
Info dumped on the show. Awesome, and I love to see it. Dante, do we have anything this morning?
We still have a lot of time. We're only at the halfway point.
Yeah, that's why I'm stopping now, because now that I've kind of got through that, I could go, okay, now we can stop and
Now we can goof off.
yeah.
No, I had to move and run 3 shows last night. I'm struggling. I need some of
It's okay.
Chase's breakfast.
Okay.
I got you. I got a bunch of before this, like I had a bunch of like mental material prepared, and I had my like Dante impressions like ready.
Mhm.
So on this show, if you haven't seen the episodes, we talk a lot about how being on the spectrum is different for
Mhm.
people of different races, because it is hella different for white people and the rest of us.
Mhm.
Tell us about your experience being a person of color on the spectrum.
Um, you know, I never really thought of it that way. Like I never really thought about like being on a spectrum that just so happens to, have a different color than everyone else. I just thought like, hey, I'm on a spectrum, and I just don't, I just don't really feel any different than like than anyone else, especially when it like comes to different races, like whether you're white or you're white, Asian, or Indian, any of that stuff. I just never really thought about that. I just thought, hey, we're all human, so like I just thought I just never really thought when it comes to like being on the spectrum. It's just like you know we're all in this. We're all in
together.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and that's an interesting point because that I want to make, because this is different because Chase is growing up in a different part of the country. We happen to be located in Seattle, Washington. This is where we're at, and there's a lot of you know issues going on over here with getting a diagnosis and race and gender, especially with
Right.
economic status. It's a huge issue.
Hmm.
Right. But being that I also happen to live on Long Island, I know that back in New York, the disability community and the funds are very different. There's a lot more services out in New York that are offered
Yeah.
if you can get them. And so I know exactly what you're talking about, Chase. You're because I know I don't know exactly where you're at, but I know that I believe you're in the city, correct?
I'm actually in the in Orange County right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in California.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, but back in New York when you were there, there was lots of stuff that was available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then in California, there's a lot of, stuff that's available to you as well. Because
Right.
California just has a lot more services available. And so I think that's the difference depending on what state you grew up in, or where you were, where you're living now. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
Do you have any other questions there, Jane Deere? That was a good
Oh,
one.
hella.
I
Oh,
was.
okay.
Just waiting for the commentary. So let's see. One thing we usually talk about on our show is what was life like, before or after like diagnosis and stuff.
Um. I will say. Well, I would say there's been a whole lot a whole lot of differences between before and after, because before I was diagnosed with autism, I wasn't really I wasn't really speaking correctly like all the other kids when they were been growing up. I would I think I've just pretty much just babbled when I was young, and then but obviously as I take like all these speeches and like all these therapies from very 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 amazing people that has helped me throughout this uh shoot, I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah.
Shout out to the good therapists out there.
I know. You know what? And I was going to say that again, another point that helps when you have a therapist who understands you and it
Exactly.
goes at your own pace.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But I've had so many people that's like helped me throughout this process that really helped me to become the person who I am today.
Yeah, see, that's like I said, a testament to not good parenting,
Hmm.
advocating, and like I said, good therapists who understand that person.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually sent the second episode of the Autastic Artist podcast to my therapist to just like give her a breakdown of like, okay, this is everything that's up with me.
If you don't know, Chase, Jane Jarrah was our guest for the second episode of our show.
And I won't shut up about it.
He knows now. He knows now. He definitely knows now. Let me ask you, what got you into acting? I was interested to see if we could have a cook-off sometime. But what transitioned you into acting? What got you into that?
I've always like wanted to like become part of the entertainment industry. I just love being on camera, and I even remember I used to like want to just thought of like these crazy movie ideas that I would write like on a little notebook, and eventually I just kind of like got this, I just got this feeling where it's just like, hey, I want to act, I want to like I would like to try and kind of like how we talked about before, like being feature films or indie films or TV shows.
Right.
That's always been like a real passion for me. It's just to, like just be on camera and then just let it flow out. Like
yes. Okay. So in my acting class, we do that. Where you have to like move your body with your emotions and like let it flow.
Exactly. That's why I've been doing a lot of that when I go to acting classes and stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're taking
a few episodes ago, we talked about the similarities between masking and acting. Do you have any thoughts on your experience on masking?
Masking, but it's just more the way I see it. Like when you put it that way, it's just more like like again, you're acting, so it's like obviously you're not this person, but it's more like but it's more like you gotta like think that way. Like you gotta think you are this person. Like when it comes to like acting for this like specific role, like let's just say like you're a billionaire. Like think like Tony Stark, for instance.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
exactly. Like if you get like a role where you play like a billionaire, then you're like, hey, if you're a billionaire, then you gotta like think like a billionaire.
Think rich people thoughts.
Exactly.
What is it like to be financially stable?
That's very Caucasian of you, damn it.
But yeah, you just gotta think like really just you gotta think like billionaire, or like or obviously if you're like or if you think you're trying to think what's another like good like occupation for like roles like businessman, like you gotta think business a lot too, right? And you gotta
That's true.
and you like gotta act professional, like hey, I want this done, and then so basically what all this is saying is like once when it comes to filming and acting, you gotta think you're this person, and then once you're done and then once people see you and meet you, you're just like, hey, how you doing? Like yeah, that's just me. Obviously I'm not all that. I'm really this person. But when you see me in this, you're gonna think of me like as a completely different person. But
right.
like
It's hard because masking is there because an autistic person wants to fit in with somebody else.
right.
They want to hide what's going on, and it's can be purposeful, but it can also be subconscious, like you don't know you're doing it. Where I think acting, as I've learned now that I'm taking the acting classes too, that is definitely purposeful. It's never hiding, and it's more just to put on a show. Like you said, I'm enjoying the camera. I'm just enjoying like doing this like stuff like, hey, look at me, camera.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so that, like I said, I definitely get that side of it.
Mhm.
I think a big difference between acting and masking is when it comes to masking, sometimes it feels like you just automatically do it because you have to, and you like feel safer that way, especially when you're like in an environment where you're like super socially anxious. Whereas acting, it's super voluntary, and you're like, I want to do this, I want to try this. I'm more in control of how I can present myself. Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. Oh, you know what? All right. No, never mind. I don't have any other questions.
You said your favorite comedians are Adam Sandler and Kevin Hart.
That is correct. I love those two comedians. I watch like I love the Grown Ups.
Is that because you haven't seen Soup Man yet, or what? No, I'm just fucking with you. I got him on that one. He didn't know what to say. All right, I guess
it's not a podcast if we don't plug Soup Man at least once.
Jesus Christ, you're talking today, Jane. It's all right. You can be quiet now. You hit your quota. They're very different. Let me ask you, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
You know, I would probably say Blended, because you know, with Drew Barrymore and how they went on a trip to Africa. I like it because, like, you know, it's like the same, obviously, you know, it brings that same vibe when it comes to Adam Sandler, and not to mention with Drew Barrymore, because they haven't worked with each other like during that time for like years, and I love that they kind of like reunited in this, and I love the fact that they kind of like get to travel, because, like, you know, I love to travel, and I love, like, you know, watching movies where it's like all family fun, and it's like and it's like, you know, they're traveling. I just love that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I have to ask, because you do like Adam Sandler, did you watch what was it, Uncut, or the one about the gem?
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
You know what? I have been trying to watch that movie, but like I never had the chance to see it. But that is definitely on my list.
You should. It was definitely interesting to see him in an action drama situation.
It was garbage, is what she's saying. That's a bit.
I didn't know he could do serious movies.
I didn't say it was garbage.
You didn't have to. It was fucking horrible. I'll say it for you. Adams, you know, nah, I'm not.
Well, he still has to see it because it's his favorite actor or comedian.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do anything. He's an adult now. Didn't we just talk? That's stop, man. No, I'm gonna stick up for my brother here. He doesn't have to do what the white woman says. You can do whatever you want, Chase. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to watch the movie. Black power. Black power.
Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was amazing. That's just me waking up. We're getting warm somewhere.
Oh, my producer's finally awake.
It's about time.
You know, if you didn't know, we run a little late sometimes. We people, as you like to call us, you know what I mean? We have a 15-minute grace period. No. Let me ask you, now, you said Kevin Hart. Those are two totally different styles. What do you like more about Kevin Hart? Because that's a different style than a Adam Sandler slapstick. You know what I mean? Inappropriate.
It's more, I don't know. I like Kevin Hart because, like, I love the energy he brings, and I love the energy he brings. You know, they both bring a good energy. But, like, Kevin Hart is like, he brings up energy, and it's pretty much like what makes it so fun. Like especially with like, you know, the Secret Life of Pets, right? The animated show.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that movie, especially with the bunny.
Oh my gosh, he was so good in that.
He was so good, and he's another one of those actors that, like, does drama too. Like I saw this one, like, what was that movie again where it was him as with the wheelchair with Brian? Like, it was about, like, him who had to, like, take care of a guy who was, like,
in a wheelchair.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it though.
Yeah, that is a great movie. And you know what's funny is, like, that I've actually learned is that most comedians are actually, like, really good at, like, doing drama stuff, because, you know, because I've heard that, like, you know, making people laugh is, like, one of the hardest things to do in the entertainment industry, right?
It really is.
Yeah, so it's like if you can make them laugh, then it's like, hey, make them like cry or like, let them know they're serious. Like,
Yes.
so that, and I, that is much respect to them,
All right, so I'm going to say my favorite Kevin Hart film is Death at a Funeral.
Oh, the death in the funeral.
Yeah. And that's only because it had it had a lot of my favorite comedians in it and actors, and it was hilarious.
I love the scene where like where Chris Rock they open the casket where it's like, that's not my dad.
That's not my
It's like, yeah, I know it, and man, I know it's like it's so different, but it's like, no, that's not my dad. You got to I love that.
I've never watched that one, unfortunately. I haven't. I don't know. I think Kevin's acting is the opposite of Adam Sandler. I think they're antithesis. Like Adam Sandler's known more for his acting than his comedy, and Kevin Hart's known more for his comedy than his acting, and that there's a reason for both of those. So
Yeah.
I'm
still scarred after watching Soul Plane. I don't know if any of you guys.
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane. I don't know if I remember seeing that. So I don't know about.
That was an older film.
Mm-hmm.
There's a film called Get Hard where Kevin Hart. I love the scene where he like plays a bunch of imaginary people all at the same time in the tennis court.
Oh yeah, I saw only a little bit of that because like that's, I feel like that was like time where Kevin Hart was like doing a lot more like those kinds of films. I feel like some nowadays he's been doing a little more like just a little bit more like PG-13 stuff, like a little bit. Like what was that? Like he did like Right Out with Ice Cube, him and Ice Cube.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Right Along, that's what it's called.
Right Along, yep.
Yeah, I love those.
Jumanji wasn't bad. Jumanji's got a couple of funny parts.
Yeah.
Jumanji. I wouldn't say Jumanji is I love him and Jumanji.
This was the first one he did with Rock, where they were in the CIA or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say Central Intelligence, I think it's called.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I love.
So the point of this is we have to get this out to what is it, Chris Rock and Kevin Hart, and say, see, our man Chase here wants to be in a movie. We got to get this out to them.
Please cast him.
Please cast him.
Yeah.
Superman wants to get in the movie too, you guys. That's all it takes. I'll come with him. I want to go.
I graduated film school. I would like money for movies, so I can cast you guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Get your shit together, Jane. What are you doing? You just hanging out? No, I'm just joking.
I don't have a budget.
I don't have a budget. None of us have a budget.
All of us are pandemic broke. That's what I call it.
I was balling for like 2 days. It happens, right? You get a stimmy and you're like, hey, I'm rich. And then 3 days later, you're like, no, I'm not.
You spend it on your bills and it's like, there goes that.
I was responsible for 2 days. Woohoo.
Yeah. Basically.
I bought a bunch of instruments.
Nice.
Did we cover his the CYDF?
We did not. That was going to be my next.
Go ahead.
All right. So, Chase, you have a nonprofit, I believe it is, and it's called Chase Your Dreams. Can you please tell us about that?
Yeah, Chase Your Dreams Foundation is basically kind of like, it's basically a foundation where I help everyone that's on the spectrum to be as independent as possible. Kind of like how I went through with all my therapists that helped me to be where I am. I want to do the same for those who are on the spectrum. Like,
yay!
Yeah.
So what services, products, I mean, where does your proceeds go to?
All my when you buy my cookbook, all the proceeds go to the foundation,
Okay.
like a portion of that. So that's
Okay.
how. Once you buy a book, a little bit of the money goes to that for that foundation. So that's how
Okay.
that works.
Okay. And then so what does the foundation, do you guys donate money? Do you actually provide the services
Mhm.
to families?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Do you service the whole country or is it international?
Um. We just doesn't matter. It just yeah, international. We like to help as many people as possible. Like I said, if you need help, then hey, we're here for it.
Awesome. So anybody could put their name to the website or get on the website and be able to apply for services?
Yeah, apply or donate.
Donate? Okay, great.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. I know, because like I said, it's been awesome that you set up this foundation as well to help others, because like I said, you've had such a great upbringing.
Hmm.
This is just
Uh,
another wholesome episode. It's so nice.
I know.
Do you have any advice for people that want to get into social media and put themselves out there?
um, if you want to be, if you want to be out there and and be, show them their true colors, and hey, go for it. Just be you. Don't let anyone. You know what? Better yet, this is something this is saying that I really love, or this is something that I really love to say. That I always say, don't let anyone write your story. You know, because
Yes.
exactly
Yes, thank you.
exactly like you're the author, like you write how it goes, and you're the illustrator, like you picture how this goes. That's the way I
Exactly.
see things. That's
That's
how.
I think that's perfect. Is there anything at this point, Chase, that you would like to plug or tell us what's upcoming for you? Anything else going on?
Upcoming. um like I said, just I'm right now I'm just kind of like more on the acting side now, so I'll be so expecting some acting roles from me.
Awesome. And you guys can also go out there and also purchase his cookbook, and part of the proceeds will go to his Chase Your Dreams Foundation, which helps service families and those who are autistic.
Mhm.
Yes. Support the community directly.
Yes. All right, that's it for me.
Plug all your social medias. Where can we find you?
You can find my Instagram, J Chase Bailey. That's my Instagram, and and if y'all want to follow my TikTok, that's ChaserBug777.
Yeah. All right, anything else this morning, Dante?
Hello?
Did you hear me?
No?
I said no. I think we covered it. I didn't have
Okay.
much else on his form. I know we talked about his speech therapy.
Yep.
We
Mhm.
talked about most of it.
Yeah, we got some too before, so
Mhm. Awesome.
yay.
And
Do
that
you want
concludes our
to?
episode.
I was gonna say, so do you want to do an exit, Dante, or do you want?
Hey, we're gonna be going live here in about 3 hours for dating with disabilities. That'll be a little bit crazy. I don't know if Chase is ready to watch this coming episode. In a couple weeks, we'll have in Coat Line with Pride. We'll have Rachel Dunbar, a black comedian who suffers from a couple of different things, and her diagnoses and just kind of the way fitting in. She was adopted, so sure her support has been totally different. That's gonna be That's gonna be a can of worms. I can't wait. Give it up for our guest though, Chase Bailey, the potato chip enthusiast, Jane Jira,
Yeah. Oh, no.
crazy boss lady Audra Cisak,
Yeah.
Dante Soupman Barnett. Have a great day, you guys.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.